Hey guys, welcome to another issue of Doer TV on the subject of My Insurance Sucks. In fact, today's thing is Help My Insurance Sucks, because that's usually what Mark Roden hears. Mark is a insurance expert in the I want to call it near Denton area, the Dallas-Fort Worth area. He works with companies and individuals all over the Metroplex and even other parts of the country via some of his other tools and services. Um, it's always funny, but insurance seems about as exciting as watching paint dry. No insult, Mark, but when we get into risk avoidance, now there's something that has some teeth, because all of us know that poo happens. So, Mark, you have, as today's subject, a new kind of insurance? Talk to me.
That's correct. Thanks as always, Patrick. It's great to be with you. Um, it is a new type of life insurance, and it is as exciting as paint drying. But first, let's kind of recap. We did a show a couple weeks back on life insurance and the do's and don'ts. So let's just recap that. Number one, life insurance is not meant as a guaranteed, when you die, you shall die with life insurance. That's not the purpose. The purpose is to fall in the gap, if you will, if your financial plan gets cut short and you die. And by the way, there's a 1 in 1 chance that you die. So that's really the purpose. This cash value, this funding retirement, what have you, that's really not the purpose of life insurance. And that's really good for the insurance companies and the insurance salesmen of the world. But I would say just look at a 10, 20, 30-year term life product, and we're going to talk about a new type of term life insurance as well.
Very good. I know that when it comes to life insurance, a lot of people are just afraid that insurance companies are just getting rich off of it. And in some areas, maybe they have been, because for lots and lots of years, people invested extra dollars into life insurance, not understanding what they were really getting. So when it comes down to term versus some of the other services or products out there, why would you even encourage somebody to look at term, not to make this sound like an A.L. Williams program, because it's not. It's really about how do you get, I think it's about getting the most bang for your buck. Is that correct, Mark?
That's correct, and also security, knowing that it's going to stay level. Guaranteed level term stays level for 20 years. Now, you don't have, if you hit the lottery and you don't want to keep it 20 years, you're not obligated to keep it 20 years, but the insurance company is obligated, regardless of your health or family history, to keep the insurance in place for the length of the term. So that's what term life is. It doesn't have cash value. The cash value is really overfunding a product that you'd be better served. I'm Dave Ramsey's endorsed local provider in the Dallas market, and Dave says you'd be better off putting that extra money in a mutual fund or buying Tesla or Apple stock, something like that within a mutual fund. So that's really what term life, and there are also term life insurance, products that increase as you get older, so those wouldn't be level. So just stick with the lowest price term life insurance, work with an independent guy like myself, I'm not working for one insurance company, and get the lowest price. Shop it. I shop hundreds of carriers, and we get the low. Don't fall in love with a logo, okay? If you've seen a commercial of their logo or their caricature or their cartoon, it doesn't matter. Think about it, Patrick. If something is $5 more a month and you have that product, say 20 or 30 years, that's a lot of money. So make sure you're comfortable with the carrier. You certainly want to look at the ratings, make sure it's a financially sound company, but go with the lowest price carrier, and it's easy. The mitigating factor is going to be really history. So also don't be fooled by some lowball number, because you want somebody to kind of go through your family history, your health, and get an accurate assessment of what you're probably going to pay for a 20, 15 from life.
You there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, it faded out and froze, and you were just I get what you were saying, or as getting the right product at the right price. I know that in my early years, when I was in my 20s, I did get a 20-year term, and I paid on it for 20 years, and then in the 21st and 22nd and 23rd year, and from there, it began to escalate pretty aggressively to a point that I actually was able to get a lot more insurance and for less money, and in just kind of stepping into another program, which was interesting at the time because it didn't cost hardly anything. I think I paid insurance, but I went from like $100 for a quarter of a million to 150 for a half a million, and I just think the main reason that I ever got any insurance was that if I died, my kids would have something to send them to college, have something to help them in their early years of just whatever need they might have. So, I guess when you look at some of the different benefits of insurance and that sort of thing, what are some of the things that we need to keep in mind? I am concerned about the quality of the insurance company. You said that it doesn't matter as much, but I think that you use only really high quality ones just to make sure that somebody doesn't have to worry about an insurance company going into bankruptcy. Wouldn't you agree?
Right. There's financial ratings, AM Best, Moody, Finch, and what you look at is those ratings. And any insurance broker worth their salt will obviously look at those ratings for you, with you, I should say, and get you in a good place. But yeah, you can always if you get a 20-year term when you're young, and then as you age, and maybe you're not financially set, and it's 5 years from when you started that, you can always start over. You can always get most any type of insurance as long as you're healthy enough to withstand the underwriting. So you want to lock it into your advantage, but you can always, let's say, renegotiate and maybe get more. Maybe you thought you needed 250,000 and now you need 1 million. You got a couple of kids. Not a problem. So let's talk about the real exciting, if you will, and I use that loosely because I'm in the insurance business, so I know this is not real exciting, but this really should be. There is a term life product out there that has living benefits, and that means what? Above ground benefits means you do not have to die in order to cash in on the benefits. Now, this is not a cash value. This is accessing the death benefit for critical events like cancer, stroke, heart attack, ALS, and chronic events, meaning you cannot do 2 of the 6 daily living activities. So you're not paying a whole bunch more for that feature. If you can get the underwriting, you probably are only paying $5 or $10 more a month, and the value of that benefit is really, really important because when those things happen, you never have enough money, and you're missing work. You're traveling, you've got all sorts of expenses. So that's a fantastic new type of term life insurance that is available now.
And is there any requirement, like let's say that somebody has cancer. Now, a lot of people have been getting cured. I have a son that had a bout with cancer last summer, and it was real scary. But he's been went through the process, came out the other side, all is good, tested recently, all is good. So in that situation, could he have dipped into the life benefit that you're talking about to help him offset some of the insurance costs?
Yes, that's the exciting part. Absolutely. And that's what it's for. You might even look at alternative benefits. I'll give you my personal example. I switched to this a couple of years ago. I have $1 million. I have 4 kids. I have $1 million worth of death benefit, but cancer, stroke, heart attack, depending on the severity, it's in the contract. Of course, this goes without saying that obviously you need a full illustration to look at all the details, but I'm just giving you my personal example. If I have cancer, diagnosed with cancer, stroke, heart attack, I can pull down $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 of that $1 million benefit, and that might help with my cure, might help with just relieving some stress in my life. So absolutely, with the advent of more modern techniques in medicine, this makes this product an even a greater value, because again, you don't have to die. Now terminal, if the doctor says, hey Mark, you've got 6 months to live, now terminal benefits have been around forever. That's not what we're talking about. This is exactly what you explained with your son, and that's awesome, and we're seeing more and more of that.
Well, let's go ahead and go, though, to what if somebody does have a terminal condition. They have 6 months to live, and but they still have expenses that are coming up. What can your new insurance product actually help them?
Absolutely. That benefit's been around for a long time. But it's mainly brought about because some companies were taking advantage of people in that situation and buying their life insurance, a viatical, and really kind of ripping people off. So most carriers have the terminal illness feature. I think in Texas, most of them are within 12 months. So it just adds to that, and it's really a great value. People within the insurance industry, and if you look at products like Aflac, you've seen their duck commercials. I mean, and I'm sure most people have been privy to those prices. It's unusual to pay $50, $60, $70, $80 a month for some of those products, and the ones that I've seen haven't been giving me $100, $200, $300, and $400,000. So I mean, it's a tremendous value. If you're looking at term life insurance in general, do look at Living Benefits Term Life.
So the other thing to ask about is what qualifies you for that?
Well, the qualification, there's two parts. Like I'll just talk about my personal policy. First part is cancer, stroke, heart attack. The doctor says, hey Mark, you've had a heart attack. Okay, so that's when I could call the insurance company and notify them that I've had a heart attack. It's a diagnosis, that verify it with my doctor, and then I could access my death benefit, again, depending on the severity. So there's like mild, moderate, and severe. And the other part, this is a very cool feature. This kicks in my particular policy, kicks in after 2 years of owning the policy. Now it's the chronic. If I'm unable, doesn't matter what the doctor says, maybe they haven't even identified what's wrong with me, but if I'm unable to do 2 of the 6 daily living activities, and let me walk you through that, that's not that complicated. Daily living activities is what you do every day. So say you wake up in the morning and you're in bed, hopefully you didn't pee the bed, that's continence. You walk over to the shower, that's transferring, bathing, you shower, you toilet, you bathe, you dress, you eat, you feed yourself. So if I'm unable to do 2 of those 6 daily living activities, obviously verified by a medical person, and it lasts more than 90 days, then now a feature kicks into my particular policy that's going to pay me an annual salary, if you will, almost like a disability policy, and that can go up to 5 years, and it's up to 90% of my death benefit. So it's exciting to folks like me, because it's more benefits that will help people. I've got testimonials, videos on the website, some real life testimonials that are really heartwarming, and it's why someone should get in the insurance business. It helps people, it mitigates risk, and it's a great value.
Now, which website do you want them to go to?
I have several. My Insurance Sucks is kind of what we've set up for this social media campaign, and we've got all the information. There's links to run quotes, and also just to reach out and say, hey, I need some help. Take a look at this. No pressure, and we're just here to help.
Very good. So today, help My Insurance Sucks. Mark Roden talking about a new, relatively new invention industry for term policies to protect people from to create a living benefit, above ground benefit for those people that have any kind of chronic disease or that eliminates 2 or more of the daily living activities, and then also for anything like heart attack, cancer, or something that is debilitating. I would imagine that Ebola would be another one of those, wouldn't you say, Mark?
Well, yes, it's all defined by the insurance policy. And just speak with somebody, bottom line, speak with somebody that has the heart of a teacher, that's here to help, give you good information so you can make a good decision based on facts. And can you see the website there, Patrick?
I can. Very good. Thanks so much. I'll let you sign us off today, and I'll shut down the thing today. Thanks again, folks, for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching, and please give us a call. If it's not us, reach out to somebody that doesn't have commission breath and that has the heart of a teacher and will help you and your family out. Thanks for tuning in.